Hello everyone, my name is Fen Plays, and this is Starsector. So last time we had gotten 2 extra colonies going and mostly did what we could for drugs, fuel, and supply. So let's go ahead and head over to those other colonies. They're all free ports at this point, so we can get money from trading with pirates. And the Pather bases, the Ludic Path. The only downside to that is that now they're all going to want a piece of us. All the major factions are going to want a piece. So, what can we do here? Everything here is taken care of. I don't think there's any other structures we can build aside from the ground defense. So let's go ahead and make our way to the other, more isolated colony we have on Telephius. And what are you guys thinking about the series so far? Are you enjoying what you're seeing? Do you think this is incredibly boring? Just some guy going and playing the game and saying money a lot? You know, just let me know. And who is this? Pirates? Pirates? Hello, pirates. You bloody pirates. Get away from Telephius Station. Alright, well, we want to get an orbital station going first. We're going to use high tech as usual. Then we are going to install, here we're going to want that sweet fuel production, well, sweet mining. So we're going to install mining, if we can find it. Did I already install mining? Yes. Okay. So, we're going to install a way station, a patrol HQ, and ground defenses. With this, we will be able to do a little bit more. Let's upgrade this to a megaport. And let's go silent, so these pirates will be a little bit easier to catch. Oh, he's going dark too. How clever. And we caught him. Now the pirates didn't seem all that big, so we're just going to deploy the drovers for now and see how they all fare. So seems like they have a little bit of a force. Nothing too scary. Let's send in our ships to exterminate the enemy. And that seems to be about all they have, so we should be fine with just that. Alright, so knowing that this guy is going to take us super seriously while we're there, and not take the other strike craft, the fighters, to be all that not seriously. We can effectively now just focus on killing this guy. Good. That's what I like to see. We're getting a bit close to him. So, let's go ahead and overload the system. Oh, yes. So, couldn't have broadside. Die. Okay, so how are other drivers doing? They're over here. They seem to be doing well enough. So, let's go and start causing some problems for him. See, he's not quite getting to us yet, so let's just vent our flux so we can then close in on him and hopefully do quite a bit of damage. Looks like they're all coming for us now. That's not going to be great for us. So, let's just run past them instead. If we can, that is. Let's see. Them focusing on us is giving us the chance to get out of here. So now we're out of their range. We're going to vent our flux and just enjoy as our mass fighters slowly whittle them away. Alright, if he's dead, let's focus on killing him. Very good. Next up, let's get rid of him. Let's have all of our strike craft regroup with us. And let's have them all attack. See if they can disable him. Machine guns should be sufficient to take out the rest. Alright, so let's vent our flux and watch as they very slowly but surely falter. Alright, so let's remember to use our special. And oh look, an enemy. We move a little bit faster if we don't have our shields up and we're at low flux. So, there he goes. And like that, we have won the battle. Ship recovery, nothing that we really want. Let's go ahead and pick through the wreckage. Nothing that's amazing. And now our station is no longer, our colony is no longer being threatened by those joiks. So, they're creating these nice volatiles, and that's mostly it. As soon as this megaport is up and they get to the next level, we'll likely get them doing refining as well. What's this? Just let them know who I am so they stop running from us. Alright, so I'm glad I went over there, otherwise that would have been raided. Let's go over to Thrinakia and see if there's anything we can do there. And I'm considering the idea of switching over to a pretty much all or mostly drover army just to see what happens. Drover fleet just to see what happens. So, what can I add here? Nothing. What can I upgrade? You. Okay, and now let's go to Drugs R Us, to Drugs, Fuel and Supplies, and see what we can get there. Or see what we can do here. So it's not set as a spaceport quite yet. So, well, it's not a megaport yet. So let's do that because it will increase the market value overall, I think. And with fuel production almost finished, we'll be able to do quite a bit. So, there is a nano forge nearby. However, it is... Oh, very nice. Protection. Ooh, nice. However, it is mostly used... However, it's currently stored at Ishaira. Okay, so this is making lots of drugs, heavy armaments and such. I would like to make this an orbital works sooner rather than later. That would give us the ability to make our own ships, while at the same time I think increasing the amount of supplies we can make? No, it just lets us build ships. Okay. So I'd like to do that. Let's go get a nano forge from Ashira. Well, Ismara. And see where that gets us. So what is this? What's going on? Okay, nothing too crazy. What about over here? There's no battle going on. Okay, sounds good. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff in storage, just in case we ever want to use it. And up here, let's drop those off. Okay. Right, so we want to go make as much money as we can. It's nearing the end of the month, most likely. No, it's actually the very beginning of the month. Nice. Let's go make a ton of money. Who is buying right now? So Umbra wants supplies and will pay a nice premium for them. When it comes to fuel, but I don't think we'll actually be able to trade with Umbra right now because they're probably terrified of us attacking them. So... Chalcedon's not even on the list, and it's sort of there, but they haven't been, they don't have enough of a shortage yet. So Chalcedon, while normally our cash cow, is currently satisfied in many respects. So we'll take all the supplies. And who wants Marines? Epiphany, and they will pay a slight premium for them, but not much. So let's go to manage the colony and let's look at consumers. Okay, so we're able to get quite a bit of drugs to these guys, which is going to make a good amount of our money. Who is the primary producer? I'm just curious. So it's Tritachyon. They are the primary producer, and so it's because we're making lots of drugs that they are actually coming after us. Now, most ports have drug production. Pretty interesting. Okay, but when it comes to consumers, we do have lots of drugs that we can make and sell. The only thing we don't have are organics. So this means to me on our planets with lower hazard ratings, we're going to want light industry just so we can get as we can get as many drugs out there into the system as possible. So let's do it. Okay, so there's that. We are overproducing something. Actually, let's see. So we have 7. And 7 are needed by refining. So that's good. That's what's getting us all of this. What does that over there mean? I'm just curious. Oh, okay. Events. So we have these, which are our excess, or they're imported. Okay. So we want to get that heavy machinery up ASAP, heavy industry up over there. But yeah, we came over here so we could grab a nano forge. So let's grab one of the corrupted nano forges we have and take that over to Drugs R Us. No, to Drugs Fuel and Supply. And then we should be able to make a decent amount of money on this over time. I believe the nano forge will actually increase the overall effectiveness of our forge, of our industry. So increases ship and weapon quality by 20%, increases production by 1 unit. Okay, so just like that, we have increased the amount of everything that we produce here. This is great. What else can we do? If you assign an AI core, that might do something to make things better. But right now, we are able to export heavy weapons. Right now, Umbra and Chalcedon need that, so that means that we will be able to satisfy those. Okay. 11% of the market share, and that's by and large part of what is making us a lot of money. Man, recreational drugs brings in a ton of profit, doesn't it? So with that in mind, we might as well just have everyone do drugs to make us money. All of the fleets will be coming to kill us if we do that, by the way. Alright, so we have Pather cells on drugs, fuel, and supply. They don't. The Luddic path is full of as I said, they're full of a bunch of religious terrorists. Nobody pays them any mind, but they still can be a problem. Alright, so where can we... So we can now sell fuel and supplies for premium at Chalcedon. So let's go ahead and make our way to drugs, fuel, and supplies. And see what we can get from those guys that we can then sell for a huge amount at Chalcedon. Okay, so fuel we can get a lot of, supplies we can get a lot of, but what about everything else? So Chalcedon will buy these for full price. They will buy lots of drugs for a good price as well. But we don't want all of them. We want as many as Chalcedon and Epiphany will buy, which is 1,000. Organs, let's see, Chalcedon wants 400 of them. Chalcedon also wants 400 of these for twice the price. So we'll take it. Chalcedon wants 200 of these. Don't have any on us right now, but we will. Almost always an easier way to do something, guys. Alright, so we've taken all of these. Well, that way we can take. Now let's take all the other supplies we can. Take all the fuel we can get. And now let's go pick up all the Marines that we can from Ishmara. And then go make probably well over 1 million credits in one drop. And then we will be able to we'll be able to afford pretty much whatever we need moving forward. So, what does Chalcedon want here? They want 1,000 Marines, so 1,000 Marines. Cool. We are quite literally fueling our own enemies. It's like, yes, you want to kill us. That's fantastic. How much would you like to buy? Why, of course. Well, who else wants to take Marines? Epiphany as well? Not at a great price, but we'll get more. So, can we fit 400 more in? We can. Alright. So, goody. Let's go to Chalcedon. And let's make a metric ton of money from these people who hate us. It'll be great. They absolutely hate our guts. They want us to die. They want us to burn in a fire. They want us to die in a fire and suffer forever. But you know what? Their money's good. So we'll take it. Okay. To Chalcedon. So they will buy these, they will buy these, they will buy most of those, buy all of these, buy 2,000 of that, 1,000 of this, and 1,000 of these, and all of these. Alright. And like that we just turned however much into 1,549. Alright, so next up is Epiphany on the way back home. We're going to go sell to religious terrorists more. This time we're not going to use transverse jump because we don't need to and it costs us supplies. So away we go to Epiphany. So we'll keep that transponder off, go in here, sell them whatever we can. So we turned, yeah, we got more than twice our return, easy. Alright. So Epiphany wants drugs and Marines. Drugs and Marines. Clearly people of quality. Alright, so where can we get supplies for cheap? We don't know. So, let's go back, let's go to Nova Maxios and go buy lots of supplies. Hey guys, what's up? Nova Maxios. Here we go. Gotta turn that transponder on so we don't get targeted by Tritachyon. And let's go. Let's go and buy a lot of supplies. Fuel is at cost. Marines are slightly above cost, so we're not going to pick them up. This is below cost, I think. I think they cost around 5,000, 500 each. And ooh, phase lances, we'll take them. Okay, so I think that's all we can get there. And what kind of ships do they have? Nothing that we care about all that much. Alright, so let's make our way to Penelope Star. Let's go to drugs, fuel, and supply. Alright, and we still have plenty of fuel, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Ah, that Star Fortress is now complete. Ishmara is effectively as impregnable as I can get it. So that is a good sign. Okay. So So let's go ahead and slap these in there. And how many supplies can we get? We could quite literally just fill ourselves up on supplies. But so we're going to do part of that. We're going to get that 800 supplies out of here. Let's get down to just 1,000 supplies or so. And alright. So I don't think I have any ships stored here. So let's see. What is our next move? What to be is our next move? Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. We don't have the money for heavy batteries quite yet, and we don't have the industry for military base. Okay. So those are all updated. Those are all upgrading right now, and what to do? Let's say hello. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Bye. So let's see. What is our next plan going to be? Because we just invested a lot of money, and we want to eventually figure out where we want to go. I suppose we could go hunting for blueprints so we could improve our ships. For the most part, you find drovers with the Persian League. So, let's see. We want to make a ton of money again, but it seems as though we just did that and there's not a whole lot left. So, what bounties are there? Okay, so there's an orbital habitat in Morgoth or so. So colony threats, there's a Pather base, there's part activity but not for long, and they are threatening us as well. So, so it's extremely well developed defensive capabilities and is protected by a large number of fleets. So we won't be able to do much against those guys. So let's instead look for bounties. Are there any system bounties? There is in Asconia. So we can probably still make some cash off of that. Some cash and faction. So let's go to Asconia and fight some pirates. You know, actually, what is to buy on the other side of the galaxy, or what is to sell on the other side of the galaxy? So these will sell for a high price to the pirates on Dawn. That's in Hisbrasil. So these will sell to the pirates at Hisbrasil. So we need about 400 of these. So we're going to be going to Dawn. We're going to be going to Hisbrasil. I'm going to find anything that will sell there. So 200 of these to Dawn as well. Just anything in general that is wanted at his Brazil. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. Okay, I'm gonna go to drugs. Oh, that's quite literally where I am. Okay, let's go to Ishmara and see what we can get there. And then we will make our way to Dawn Hisversil. And some of those scavenger fleets are absolutely terrible. Terrible? Are absolutely terrifying in size. So Chalcedon wants these, but it's below market value. Not a good thing. So Nachiteka wants these, but not at a price that's profitable to us. So we have those. So Dawn wants 600 drugs. Well, we'll take that. What about here? Nothing. We will fill up on gas, and we will fill up on supplies as well. And let's go back to drugs and pick up the remainder of that 600, and then we will make our way to Dawn in his Brazil. That will hopefully allow us to make a nice chunk of change off of all of this. So another personal bounty on someone. Let's take all the drugs. Let's put just enough back to where we're able to clean out. Are these wanted at Dawn? No. So, to Dawn Hisversil we go. So, Hisversil and Dawn. Away we go into the great beyond. And when pirate activity in Majek. Very nice. So, it's kind of a pain to get there, isn't it? Alright, so we're going to turn that transponder on, act like we are perfectly legal people who never commit any crimes whatsoever, and make our way over to Dawn. Alright, so, you guys don't want drugs anymore, you don't want luxury goods anymore, and you don't want domestic goods anymore. Sounds good. Alright, so what do you have that I want? Not much. Chalcedon wants these, and they will pay about double for them. So we will take those off of you. Chorus wants 800. And you're selling these for 193. I forget what the base price of them is, but we're not going to sell those off. So Chalcedon will pay about double the price for those, and Trebeckia will pay probably about standard price. Alright, so do you have anything else that I want? Does not look like it. Alright, so Karos will pay for 800 of these, so we can go to Yima. Chalcedon wants these, so let's make our way to Ima and sell these to Karos. So Ima is here and Karos is there. Sounds good. turn that transponder back on and let's make our way out of here. And hopefully we don't have to fight any Tritachyon on the way out. Alright, so construction is complete for drugs, fuel, and supply. So they're hopefully doing just amazingly right now. Alright, and off we go. Now to Ema. Alright, right next door. I like it. Let's turn on the transponder so no one thinks we're following all the laws. And everyone thinks we are just hunky-dory, wonderful people. Oh. If they only knew. But let's go. Okay, so these guys will buy organs and they will buy drugs. They won't buy either of those. Do they have marines for sale? They do, for cheap. Okay. Armaments are relatively cheap, and Chalcedon wants armaments. Chalcedon wants 400 luxury goods, so we will buy 200 of these so we can satisfy Chalcedon's needs. Buy those. Oh no, it's on the white market. We don't want to do that. That's a waste of money. Paying taxes to these kinds of people? What kind of plebs do you think we are? Alright, so we get those luxury goods that Chalcedon wants. We just pick up all the marines so we can sell them for a nice profit at Chalcedon. We know that Chalcedon will pay about double for that. And they will also buy these. Alright, so for Akaris we can sell these at a nice hefty profit. And that is it. We now have the ability to make even more money off of these people. And to Chalcedon we go. Let's see, what is this atlas looking at? That is a lot to push it out. So let's get out of here and make our way to Chalcedon. Alright, so Karis wants harvested organs. Very nice. Turn off that transponder and let's go. Okay, so the pirate raid on Sindrian Dictat failed. Alright, not too bad. And here we go. So we have some new intel, I suppose. Mostly just mercantile convoys, various odd jobs. But we make so much more money just trading with the terrorists. So it's not really to our benefit to pursue those things at this moment. So they don't need those anymore. They do need these, but not enough. They're still willing to pay a premium for marines. Luxury goods they don't want, and those they don't want. Gas, yeah, they'll pay a little bit of a premium for it, and supplies they will pay quite a bit for. So anything here that we want, this is large, right? Yes, there we go, large. So nothing here that we want from them, and nothing here that really stands out to me. So we can buy crew from them for dirt cheap. Should be nice. We could buy food for relatively cheap, and we can buy crew for cheap, so we will take them as well. Then we'll go and we'll drop off the crew and the food at Ishimara, where we'll most likely be spread out amongst our colonies. At least I hope it will be. That is the intent. Alright, so off we go. Alright, and our income has gone up to 200,000 a year, a month. That's pretty good for us. Okay, well there's a storm going on there, so let's go to somewhere else. And actually, how is this one doing? Let's repair our ships. And what can we add here? So the spaceport, that is upgrading. This, let's make it a battle station for 500,000. Let's double check everything first to make sure that we aren't, well, just to make sure that we can, what are we looking for? Not build any other structures anywhere else. So, how are you guys liking the game so far? Are you enjoying it? Do you think it's great? Do you think it's silly? Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's wonderful? What about it appeals to you? Okay, so much of what we took out was not actually taken because we got there too late. That it happens. So storage here. We have lots of stuff. We have some phase lances in there. I suppose that would make it time to see what we're going to do with one of our ships. So there is this guy. So his current design is built around just... We want another graviton beam and we don't have one. So we want to eventually just have it to where these will stay on the enemy and just keep the enemy at max range while taking down their shields and keeping them busy. It does have that converted hangar, which is kind of not all that useful to us, I suppose. What else do we have, though? So we have these drovers. So is there anything we can do at this colony right now? No. Can we give it more growth incentives for an outrageous amount of money? Yes. We could. Or we can go to the other colonies and see what we can do at those for a far lesser price. So let's do that instead. So in the comments below, just go ahead and let me know what you like about the video. If you thought anything about this was funny or interesting or whatever you want to talk about. So here, this is, we would make this a battle station. With the patrol HQ there, there's nothing else we can build. This is already becoming a mega port. So our next big thing here is going to be refining, because its hazard rating is really high. What can we do with growth incentives here? Yeah, for 1,000 we can make it to where people want to come here. So let's go over there and see what we can find. We have these detachments and managing this colony. We have our ground defenses, but we want to turn those into heavy batteries. And this is producing a nice amount of fuel. So who are the main consumers? Pirates, Chalcedon, and so forth. So we're capturing 17% of the market. So that's going to make some people very angry with us. Let's make more fuel production. Make more people angry. So Telefius needs this. Okay, so some incoming shipments have been lost. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so as soon as we are able to get most of these set up to military bases, they will very quickly tear down the enemy. Let's go ahead and go back to Telefius now, and let's invest heavily in it. Alright, and there's that Sindri Nigtat expedition. It will be outmatched in both capacities, so that's not that big of a problem for us. And what is this? They're attacking my station! Well, I'm going to join them. And I'm going to interdict them. Alright, so let's go to managing the colony, and let's make this, because it's so isolated, this will be our next star fortress. And we're going to have to sit on this for a little bit to keep it nice and safe. I'd love to be able to order a detachment just to sit on this, but unfortunately I can't really do that. What I can do, however, is I can just sit here and ambush them when they come by. So maybe that could be useful to us. Alright, and the hegemony is coming for us as well. Its ground forces are superior, and it's going to, yeah, three Nakia. So it's going here. So Nakia needs to get its own defenses very quickly so that we can keep it alive and well. So we're going to make sure that we kill those off. There's only one of them, so I can just take care of it. And that's good. Alright, so it looks like they are mostly staying away from here for now. So Telefius Station. That'll be 100 more days before it's done. 22 days here, and this not that many. So we're going to want to fight that expedition when it comes here. So where are they going again? So this expedition is going to Ishmara. It's going to be outmatched by everything. This pirate raid is going to be fairly strong. Should be outmatched by fleets defending the system. This is going to 3 Nakia with a fairly strong expeditionary force. This force would be are outmatched, and the ground forces are superior. So we have pirate activity here. It's not going to be a huge problem. We have some Pather cells. Okay. Well, so Threnakia, the patrol HQ is now finished, so we're going to... Well, something is now finished. Threnakia... Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold up a second. Threnakia. This is Telephius, I think? Yeah. Telephius. So we're actually looking at the wrong one. I'm going to go defend this. So let's go do that instead. Then we will need to... when Telephius gets itself... gets its star base up, that'll be absolutely of dire importance. So what about you guys? We have a... We would like to get it up to a battle station, but it's not going to get there anytime soon. We can't go beyond a patrol HQ right now, and ground stations are in the works. But they will be after the way station. So, as long as they get stopped before they can do much, that will work out for us. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We're really just waiting for income to come in at the moment, so no one needs any of that. No one cares about that, no one cares about that. It looks like most things have been covered for the moment. Umbra and Chalcedon and Connie could use a lot of fuel. And Chalcedon and Epiphany would buy fuel for a nice amount. Not fuel, but buy supplies for a nice amount. So let's go ahead and take care of those. So let's go to... We will go to Algeber first, to Epiphany, where we will sell supplies. Well, also let's go see if we can sell marines as well. So where is Ishmara? It's up there. Let's go to Ishmara and let's get lots of marines that we can sell, so we can then go make a lot of money, continue to build up our colonies, and hopefully make a ton of money. I believe it will tell us when enemies show up. So Chalcedon and Epiphany will both pay a nice amount for these. They want 1,800 of them. We can't take 1,800, but we can get the ones that will sell for more. So Chalcedon... Oh no, we just need 1,000. So let's get down to about 1,000. And okay, we're good on that side. So Epiphany gets supplies and marines. Chalcedon gets supplies, marines, and other things. Chalcedon wants 100 of these, but not at a good price. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and do this and let our system defenders do their jobs. So the pirates arrive in 2 days. Let's drop off roughly 1,000 fuel here. So we can help to defend against the pirates. And the pirates, where are they going? Do we know? No, we don't. What we do know is that once the pirates are done, we can... We do know that they might be coming in here, but more likely one of these two. Well, equally likely one of those two. So let's go see what we can find. Okay, another big problem over there. What do we know about this? So they're currently traveling there. They haven't arrived yet. I believe it'll give me I believe that it will inform me when the pirates do arrive. Okay. Control HQ, construction started. Cool. All that means more money for us. Ah, that's probably the pirates. Okay, so they arrived. They immediately thought somebody were annihilated. Sounds good. Let's get out of here. Let's go to Chalcedon and make and make a decent amount of money. So we will join this battle. And let's just field our drovers at the moment. Allow the Persian League to do the majority of it, to do its job. So I suppose we will have these drovers support that one, and these drovers support that shuttle as it goes over there on its lonesome. Just until we have a better idea of what's going on. Alright, so we're going to have some hot shuttle-on-shuttle action. Okay, not too crazy going on over here yet. But the majority of the battle is going on over here. So we're going to have we're going to have you go. Try to focus on that. And you guys kill that one. So we're going to belay that order and allow these guys to operate how they think they should. Alright, so there are quite a few enemies, aren't there? What else can we field? We can field 2 herons, and we're going to have our drovers make their way over here. The herons, we're going to have go there as well. Alright, So we're going to need to start issuing strikes once everyone is in position. We can give those commands now just for the sake of point recovery time. So we can take out all those small craft and leave only the larger craft for the for the allied forces to take care of. Let's go ahead and now end that so that they can start doing their jobs as best as they can. Let's have the Herons target this destroyer because it's out of place. And it's also being the biggest problem for us. I believe this is down, this is me here. So I'm going to go ahead and assume control. We're going to go help kill off this destroyer. Or he'll run away from us. One of the two. And how are things going? Here we do seem to be pushing the enemy back. It seems as though we have destroyed quite a few of their ships. We can most likely get away with doing a full assault at this point. Or just by targeting whatever ships of theirs seem important and out of place, like this one. So let's have them really focus on that. Let's let him do his autopilot. We're really going to focus on taking out this enemy carrier, a cruiser. Find himself permanently EMP'd. And now with that out of the way, let's just full assault and rip everything else apart. Our part in killing with that. There he goes. Turn on autopilot as they chase down the last one. And there he goes. He will escape. So let's claim victory. Let's join the pursuit. It's literally just one ship left. So the cheapest thing to deploy, I think, is the destroyer. Alright, considered ship recovery. We considered it. We said nah. And then we left the supplies floating in orbit. Unfortunately, we're a little over supply, but we're right next to we are somewhat near Chalcedon. So we're going to resume our journey to Chalcedon. And try to make ourselves a lot of money. The more money we can bring in, the more we can improve our colonies, the more that we can do just of pretty much everything. Okay, so Chalcedon. It does not want them right now. It does want Marines for a slight profit. It wants fuel, not for a great profit though. Supplies it wants for almost double cost. Not quite double. And Epiphany wants some Marines as well. These we can probably buy from them. Heavy machinery, or at cost, so it's not great. They might want some drugs, but not enough for it to be worth our while. So, made some money. Anything we care about? Nah. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way to Kani and sell them some fuel. Then we will make our way back home. I toggle my transponder just to scare them. Alright, so we sell 500 fuel at that good price. We could just dump this into them, you know, and make a little bit of money, but not much. Okay. So we could get crew for cheap, get supplies for cost. Okay. So nothing we really care about here. Sounds good. Alright. So let's go ahead and make our way back to Penelope Star. And for command, so we have 8,000 debt. Not too bad. Let's actually make our way to Thule. Let's make our way to Western S. In Old English, that would be pronounced Western S, by the way, or Western S, depending on how poetic you're trying to be. So, I don't think that's going to be all that interesting to you guys, but yeah, whatever. But away we go to Western Essa. So we want to hit up some of these places and see what we can buy here. I'm actually wondering how a drover monofleet works. If it works well, if it works poorly, like what about it? Because we haven't really used a lot of our... What in the world? Oh, okay. We haven't really used those destroyers in a little while. Not to say that we should get rid of them, just that we haven't used a whole lot of them. There aren't any blueprints for us to buy, so let's look what ships they have available. Tempests are nice. And I don't see really what I'm looking for here, so... These are two different planets. So, what do we have here? Oh, more graviton beams. We'll take them. We'll also then just immediately outfit that one destroyer of ours the way we want him to be outfitted. So with another graviton beam over there, we're just going to get rid of the converted hangar so we can... because he seems to be doing alright. We have maxed out flux. We have more capacitors than we know what to do with. So how does this change now? So okay, so this will be 300, then 500, then 620. So as it is now, this will have no major problems with flux. Now this is okay. What I would like to do is add some lasers to this. So we have 3 in our cargo hold. We have 3 in our cargo holds. So let's do that, and it's still. This will be 450, then 520, then 640. So we now max our flux of what we can do. How much is it to give us another flux capacitor? Or a flux distributor? So we can get a little bit more. Alright, and the main thing is we need to go back to the future. Okay, so we got those. Do they have drovers for us? They do. Let's buy another one. So when I did the math, usually we can put out about 120 fleet power. So that means 10 drovers or 6 herons, and the drovers just get more stuff out. And then their special ability lets them get basically 1.5 of their stuff out. So I don't know. It might work fantastically. All the enemy fleet's just paralyzed from EMP damage. So we will see. Let's go here. Let's take this new drover. Let's refit it to our annihilators if we can. We can't, so we're just going to leave it empty as is and make our way to the other Persian League country over here. Well, colony. And see what this gets us. Right, so do we have any great profits to be had? Doesn't quite look like it over there. And what do we have to buy? Not much there. And another drover here. So we'll take that. And very good. This thing costs the same as a heron. It has this dampener field which mitigates a lot of damage. I'd rather just have more fighters right now, because like I don't know how crazy it's going to be. I know that once we get it to where it's just 10 drovers with, what is it, like 11, and then like 15, 17 internet fighters out there, the game is probably going to start lagging a lot. But you know, whichever. Okay, why? What's going on? Why are our ships needing to be repaired all the time? I don't understand. What is going on? Is it because they have open ordnance points? Is that what the problem is? Okay, so we need 4 more drovers. Then we'll basically just be able to field them all the time. The enemies won't be able to do anything about it. They'll just be swarmed constantly with fighters. No, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Right. Let's go to Kaiseron and see what we can get out of them. I assume it will be the bees, not the bees. So, do we have anything that Kaiseron wants? No. So we have no means really by which to make money. So, let's go. The Syndra Dictat is now in Penelope Star. And I'm hoping that they just get annihilated by our system defenders. Alright, so over here, nothing that we're really interested in right now. The Persian League likes us enough to start wanting to sell us stuff. We have a bunch of Gemini. We have stuff we can't buy, and then we have a drover over here. We're getting closer to 10 drovers. And we'll probably, I mean, it's probably a terrible idea, but, you know, whatever. I make terrible ideas all the time. Alright, so that's them. Let's repair the drover we just bought, and let's make our way home. That was Persian League. Is there anybody? Yeah, I mean, but we don't have the money. We can buy like one more, and we would need 3 more to really do this, to make our big dumb fleet as big and dumb as possible. So instead, how close are we to the end of the month? I mean, we're gonna get like 200 grand, so we might as well head over here and see what we get. And then none will be able to stand against our big dumb army. Our big dumb fleet of big dumbness. Okay, so that fleet, that enemy fleet, has been staying in there for quite a while. Still hasn't been taken out. I don't know if I should be worried or not. Okay, so we can buy another drover. That's good. There's nothing else for us to buy. What do you guys want, by the way? And not you guys, the viewers. Not you, dear viewer. But these guys, just in case. They don't want marines. They don't want fuel. They don't want supplies. I guess they don't want anything. Screw them. Let's make our way over to the tile system. Let's make our way over here. See if we can buy the last 2 drovers for our collection there. We're nearing the end of the month. Pirate raid. Pirate bounty. I do think that we will have to have a starbase cracker. So that is one thing that we're going to have to do. I don't think the fighters are going to be sufficient to take down an enemy starbase. So we will have to have a Heron-like task force, I suppose. And they don't have anything for us to want to buy. So let's go over here and see what we got. Oh my. Lots of pirates. I don't care. Not my problem. What can we buy? Any drovers? No. So, how many of our drovers can we successfully outfit? Oh, 1. 2. 3. Oh, nope, not 3. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drovers that are ready to go. Well, helping this would increase our faction, so let's go ahead and do that. Sidger and Dictat, they got wrecked. So let's join the battle. It seems to be lots and lots of small ships. Okay, that's got Wasp, and these don't have anything. Cool. So what we really have to do is keep the enemy off of the battle station. So we can do that just by doing this, and the battle station will hopefully be able to do most of the work as long as we can keep it relatively safe. And the enemy forces, well, they're kind of large. They're not that bad. And I don't like these guys being back here, so we're actually going to switch to a full assault stance, which will cause them to basically just kill everything that moves around them. Alright, so he's in trouble. Yeah, that meme. Okay, so he's not gonna last very long. Okay. So let's go ahead and focus back on you. Hopefully we can keep you from getting killed. Because they have a lot of small ships, but not a whole lot of big ones. Now, luckily, this also means that because there's so many of them and they're so concentrated, they actually provide a lot of cover for our ships. Unintentionally, of course. So, we may be able... So we should be able to use that to our advantage. Over here, they're just paralyzing enemy ships. Paralyzing and putting down enemy ships. Muir here can't do anything. They have their condor back here with tridents. So enemy ships are falling one by one to my carrier span. As my combat carriers are moving in to try and secure some kills. So, he's still alive, and he's still alive. Still doing quite well, actually. So, the carrier spam seems to be doing a good job of pushing them back. But now, what if we have them focus on killing that? Fly over there, murderize it, kill everything on the way. So we can focus on murdering it. Because I'd like it to not be alive. Hey! Alright. Now I'll ask you all to full assault, just so you can just go straight into the enemy and kill as many of them as you can. This guy thinks he'll be a problem, but in reality he's just a slight distraction. Ooh, aphasia. He's screwed. And now the enemy run for their lives, screaming. But there can be no mercy. Go, any of you that can attack. Kill them! Kill them all! Ooh, a mule! Well, he made bad decisions in life. He's regretting all of them right now. And what is he doing coming back? Well, that's what he's doing. Dying. Alright. So now the Persian League is like, hey man, you're chill. And we agree wholeheartedly. Let's go ahead and join in the pursuit. Let's have our herons take care of these. Let's have a heron take care of that with our friends. And most of them died. Good. Excellent. Any ships that we want to take? No, not so much. So we'll buy that. We'll go over here. We'll repair our ships. Nothing we want to buy here. So let's go ahead and head to the next one over. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's head to home. Let's head to drugs, fuel, and supply. Alright guys, and with that, I'm going to call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave me any comments below. Tell me what you think about the game. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me how you do it better. And I will see you guys next time on Starsector. Remember to like the video, subscribe, ring that bell, and share with your friends. Share the playlist with your friends. It should be in the description. And I will, or in the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.